Hello, everybody. Welcome back again to some more King of Battles group stage gameplay. We've got. I'm just gonna be quick with this intro because we want to hurry this up and get straight in the game. But we've got Cure in the top left as the Terran, and Ragnarok in the bottom right as the Blue Zerg. Now, I mean, these two players are absolutely fucking beast. So this is again I'm expecting a pretty lit game. Especially on Curious Minds. I want to see some nice tank pushes from the Terran. But no, the last game we casted, I believe, was Clem and Creator. And that was pretty good as well. I mean, went the full 3 games, which is what we like. We want some music. Be quiet, you know what I mean? Be quiet. Little bit quiet. Factory, refinery, normal stuff. Been to the gym today, so I am in a good mood. I've done all the things that I have to do, and enjoy some good old StarCraft together. Where's my music started yet? Come on. Do one without music. Listen to my very frustrating. Second base on the way. Spawning pool, pretty standard beginning of this game, really. Nothing crazy off the bat. Well, I'm not looking at anything going, oh my god, what the fuck's he doing? But one base expand. Like I said, it's going to be a slow start by the looks of things. I wonder who's going to win this King of Battles, honestly. Like, I know Cyril in IEM, I think he won it. He played Raynor in the final. I'm pretty sure he won. He's got to be the favourite again for this tournament. I mean, that man is a machine. Shame that he plays Zerg, but he's still a machine. Overlord's going to sit up here and, you know, not move and just be that pesky little neighbour that's peeking out the window all the time, just looking into your garden, staring and seeing what you're doing. This is what that Overlord is. That's a representation for this Overlord. A nosy neighbour. Barracks on the way, so he's going 2 Rex. I don't know why. Like, I'm not sure what else he's going to follow us up with. Factory? Going 3 Rex, okay. There's going to be a lot of pressure coming soon then against Ragnarok. He does have a third base on the way. And he's just started his burgling speed as well. So that will help, obviously, against the bio that's going to be coming his way soon-ish. But yeah. We're going to probably get bailing less very soon as well. Ragnarok will. He really wants to kill that Overlord, doesn't he? Actually lifts up. He actually lifts up the. He actually lifts up the DC for that. It's quite cool. This Overlord is desperately trying to make it to this pillar. Run! The neighbor's gonna live. Oh my god, he's so mad. Yeah, he's pissed. That Overlord. Please tell me this Overlord gets sent back. Okay, what's happening in the game? Stim packs on the way. Yeah, it's going to be a big. It's just it's a normal free. Well, it's going to be the 3 racks, but not. I can't speak. It's going to be 3 racks, but I don't think it's going to hit with the same sort of power as it would against the Protoss. But I've not seen this very much against Zerg, so this is a first for me. So I'm interested to see what he can get done here. Got 8 Marines. It's around the 3rd base, or well, the normal 3rd base, I would say, as a Terran. But, you know, his drones are still pretty. Yeah, I mean, this base has been up for a while and it's not mined anything yet. So he does need to get those drones on the way. Group's trying to spread out. It's not been, like, massively focusing on it by the looks of things, because normally you'd see this, like, halfway along the map. On Curious Minds anyway, because it's a small map, so. No watchtowers being taken as well, so it's kind of weird that no one has any. Like, wants any map control. Roaches are coming out, so this is probably why he had the lack of drones. Oh, look, there's one here. There's one drone. How many? I just don't see this doing anything against this build. He has 2 tech labs. He can just make marauders whenever he wants. eBay on the way as well. He doesn't actually have an eBay yet, so he is still unable to make any upgrades for his bio. Like, 10 more roaches on the way. How many does he have altogether? 8 already, so looking at 15 roaches, maybe 13 roaches altogether at the moment. I just don't see how this is going to kill this amount of units. This is a lot of marines, and that's not a lot of roaches. I know queens are good, but they're not that good. Are they? These lings just being annoying. He's getting up like a second wall here. I like this. I've seen this a couple of times as well. Like 2 walls. Trying to make something happen in the top right or middle right here on the third base of the Zerg, but there's no chance he can fight on creep against that without any medevacs as well. When's he going to move out? Is he just going for pure marines? He's not actually going to make any marauders. Factory, he's going to start making siege tanks. Got to be, yep. So he doesn't actually get to do a push for this build. I didn't get to really see the strength of it, but that's a lot of marines. That is a lot. I mean, his army supply is even. Workers, that's pretty respectable as a Terran against the Zerg. But then again, he did cancel workers. So, I mean, Cure, all in all, was in a good spot, I want to say. Third base is obviously on the way now as well. +1 as well. Zerg has now also started the roach upgrades. Overlord's finally going to get taken out. But to be fair, he did his job. Definitely got his money's worth. Ragnarok from that Overlord. So it's just looking like roach. I mean, I don't know if I like this. From Ragnarok, just going for this comp. Sometimes you get stuck on Roach Ravager and yeah, like against a late game Terran army comp, it's useless. So 2 medevacs, full of marines, and stim with combat shield. +1 is just about to finish as well. So if this goes unchecked, there is obviously this spore here, which is very well placed, but he can just boost past it if he really wants to. Is he going to decide to? Oh, that is a... Oh, no, dudes. That's not good. That's so bad. Yeah, he gets a queen, but he was just a little too indecisive there. When he saw the spore, he took like a couple extra shots, and yeah, at that point, the medevac was never going to live. Needs to get this third down soon. Ragnarok's getting a 4th on the way as well. Baning Less just started. Obviously, upgrades for melee and range and roach are on the way. But yeah, I do feel like Cure can just stabilise and get the third base. I think he's in a decent spot. Because like I said, the creep's not even at that point where it's unbearable. He still has time. Lift up the marines here and get away. Nothing he can do against that army. Third base goes down. He's going to start transferring workers and hopefully getting some tanks in some defensive positions for this. Does he only have 1? He has 2 even. That roach speed? I think so. Yeah, nothing's happening. Units lost. I don't really... Yeah. Nothing's really happened. Macro game on the way. And the fact there's no creep here yet is crazy to me as well. But Dim's down. Maybe we'll get 1 Ravager. Yep. Losing a lot of marines for that though. Roach's doing bits. Medevac still seeing what they can get done. Little run by in the top here. The units are slightly out of position, but I don't think many drones going to go down. That bile. Okay, he's stimming into the drone line. Okay, never mind. I lied. That's a lot of drones. Where were his roaches? They were coming from the top. Wow, he just loses an entire mineral line there. That's insane. I did not think he was going to get that much damage done there. He must have... I don't know. Maybe his roaches were moving out and he just didn't realise, but it seemed to me like he was trying to get a flank on. He just ran into the mineral line and killed them all. I like this idea, here though, with the burrow, so he can't be seen by the watchtower. So he's going to get into the main, or into the 2 naturals. Pure. But look at this army, man. Don't come out. Yep. Very nice. Very nice little missile turret there. I definitely wouldn't have put that. I would have died to that push. Still though, I like the idea from Ragnarok. He's definitely using all of his tools as best as he can. But Cure was just, yeah, he had like an entire army just rallied to his front of his natural, so that was never going to work. Like, this is insane amount of tanks. Because Cure's not really taking any economic damage, okay? Ragnarok, on the other hand, lost 20 drones here, and he was behind on drones anyway from his build, because he went for some roach pressure. So, like, look at the worker count, even. Cure gotta love his life right now. He probably doesn't realize how even it is, but be on 3 bases, 1 base below the Zerg with equal workers is amazing. Amazing position for him to be in. Upgrades like his got +2 armor, +2 weapons, and his armor's halfway done. Like he's staying on top of the upgrades. He's macroing really well. Look at the size of this army, man. Like, and he's just on Roach Ravager still. And he's getting some Bailings and some Zerglings, but is it too late? I feel like it's a bit too late here. Like, look at the amount of tanks. He's just never getting through that. Moves forward, scans, gets rid of the creep, fighting on the ramp. A couple of Banelings getting some hits, but nothing that's going to change this fight massively. Does get the cancel on the 5th base as well. Yeah, Ragnarok's in a tough spot. He's just going to have to try and deflect this fight as best as he can without losing too much. But yeah, like, the sheer amount of tanks here, like, this is really nice. He's going to set up here, which is a good spot. Can harass the Mineral Lion. And he can actually reach the hatchery here as well. So he's going to play a slow push here. Yeah, you ain't going to get up there, my guy. Oh my god, the Bailing hits. This spread is nuts. Yeah, that spread's too crazy. Cure with a very comfortable 1-0 lead. Going to the next game. Alright, we're jumping right back into it. No delays. Game 2. On Hardwire. Between Cure and Ragnarok. That was a pretty one-sided game, the last one, not going to lie. Yeah, I mean, Cure, he's one of the best Terrans, if not the best Terran in the world for a reason, and he just showed why. His build, maybe it was, yeah, I'm not sure, I've not really seen that build he did much. The 3 racks against Zerg. But it worked really well, and I mean, it might have been due to the fact that Ragnarok was going roaches, and he built a ton of them early on in the game to maybe get some damage done. But against the build that Cure did, there was no way he was going to be breaking through any ramp, any wall, and doing damage. So just put himself on the back foot, put himself behind just instantly. Really, not much else he could have really done about that. So just gonna have to take that L and move on. For this game on Hardwire, slightly better map for him as well. The Zerg player, not as short. But yeah, that position he had in the last game was just unbreakable. See what they can get done on this game. There are a few like spots obviously on this base here. This is going to be towards the end, more of the late game side, but this is quite abusable as the Terran and the Zerg with lurkers. So, you know, interested to see what they go for, because I don't really see lurkers anymore since the nerf. I see ultralisks from Zerg most of the time in late game, ultras or broodlords. Well, and infestors as well, but what I'm trying to say is lurkers I just don't really see anyone touch it. Like Reyna used to play lurker 24/7 all the time, and now I rarely see him do it. So maybe the nerf was that big. I don't know. Or he's trying to prove a point that he doesn't have to play lurker to win championship. I don't know, but yeah, it looks like the same sort of builds again. Really, carbon copy of the last game. Will there be a 3rd base coming out soon for Ragnarok? Does have 2 lings on the way out. Reactor, let's say reactor expand as well. Expand. So very economic. Gonna have a couple of Marines out to deal with these lings. And 6 lings on the 8 lings. What is this build? This has to be some sort of all-in. Yep, it is. Well, he's not all-in, but he's obviously not making drones. Now he's just started to, but he's made a lot of Zerglings. So maybe he can deny this base for a while. I mean, he has barely any units, Cure. So here come all the lings. Speed lifts up that. But all these are basically dead. But do you know what? Are you going to complain? I don't know. I don't think so. Going for the exact same build again. Yeah, he is. And he actually saved all those SCVs as well, so, like, that's amazing. That is amazing for Cure. Just make the orbital up there and then take it down. Interesting opening there from Ragnarok. I see what he was trying to do. But if he got in there just a tiny bit earlier, he could have cancelled. He could have maybe cancelled the CC, and that would have been really bad for Cure. Like, honestly, that would have been so shit for Cure. But he managed to finish the CC and lift off, so he can just build the orbital in his base. Sorry, it wasn't too bad. Again, we're gonna see just a ton of Marines, I'm guessing, from Cure, with Stim +1 and combat shields. This is a lot earlier, this base, from the last game, this fourth. We'll see if he can actually go third. Sorry, if we can get the drones to actually like mine from it, because last time he had that third base up for bloody ages, but he's building roaches to put pressure on. So out in here is like, there's no way any drops are going to get through without Ragnarok knowing, so that's nice. It's not like he can do any drops. There's no starport yet, but yeah. Landing nest, going up to lair. Same stuff from the last game. Getting those additional gases for the starports and the tank production as well, of course. I like this build though. I might have to watch this replay again and take this build down and see how, or see if it's something that I can use and be successful with, because it does. Like, it's a lot of Marines here with Stim and combat shield. It doesn't have bailing speed yet. So obviously there's no medevac, so he can't just be there forever. But with these players' quality, I mean, one Stim and he could easily just kill everything. So we'll have to see. Same sort of wall off again, and he's gonna proceed with the secondary wall. Okay, clearing some creep. But he's going to be very careful when he uses Stim here, because he has no medevacs to defend this, so. 5 bailings. We can say mutas. Mutas, everybody. Mutas. Gonna get the mutas on the way. He doesn't have any static defense for it just yet, but obviously they're quite a way out. And there is the bailing speed. Very important upgrade. This overlord needs to be killed. Getting a lot of information for Ragnarok. Yeah, he doesn't seem to be adding on his base yet either, so. Does he have a starport? He is cranking out the medevacs now. But my brain goes into like fart mode so often when I try and cast this game. But I forget words and how to say them. +1 attack, almost done. So around when that finishes is probably when he's going to go in. So are these medevacs going to even get there? Yeah, they are. And there's a tank there as well, so. A couple more. This is a good first push, though. Against that, 1 tank shot on these bailings could be money. Like, juice. Juicy connections. Can move in the tank up here. Very nice spots as well. Like, he knows. You can see he knows where he wants this push to be. 5 mutas on the way. Probably not going to be part of this push. I don't think so. That's just too many Marines. Drop. Going to bring up some more units for this attack. Yeah. Lots of Marines. Like, the DPS here is crazy. That's the dead hatchery. Okay, the transfuses are pretty good. Look at this tank, man. Bailing kills. Pick up. Oh, those Marines are not long for this world. This is not good. These mutas are going to get just wrecked. This tank is just 15 kills. What a spot. That is such a good spot. Bailings, you got to target those bailings. You got to target those bailings, my guy. One more hit. Oh, that one bailing, the MVP. Wow. Still, though, look at that as well. Just the where are this tank's positioned? You can't get us around with the Zergling, so it takes forever to die. More medevacs moving out with more units, just a constant refresh. I like how he's doing this here as well. Medevacs sit here, they're not rallied across the map, so when he gets a bunch of units out, he can just pick them up and quickly reinforce. Seems like his push has been stopped, but there was potential there. There was a lot of potential there. Get some good damage. Obviously with some more upgrades. This is just +1 armor for the Zerg units. So it's a slight... I don't know, how far is that? Maybe 30 seconds behind. Again, scans. This is the position that he wants to use. Groups being pushed back as a lot as well. Reinforcements getting cut out. Lovely play by Ragnarok. Very nice. These Marines that are just, you know, set to go across the map. Just getting caught out now. And this is what he has to do with the Mutalisks. He can't fight his army straight up. Again, we're trying to move in again. He just has to make sure that those Balings don't hit. They're very close. I love this tank position. It's so good. Yeah, these Mutas, though, I'm not sure he knows... Like, 5 isn't enough to really get anything done here. And I feel like he has enough to be safe. Yeah, you don't want to stim into Banelings, mate. Finally kills the Overlord. Finally. These units waiting to get reinforcements, which they are going to get. Again. This is really nice. As soon as he unsieges his tank, it's gone. But he does actually get his hatchery, which is big. This base obviously just started, but now he's on equal bases with the Terran. Never good for the Zerg. There's no Ling run by attempt because there's no third base yet, which obviously there is going to be now. So there is some more room for Cure to take some economical damage. But yeah, now is when Cure is open to like some Ling run bys, and you know he's got to be careful because the third base is always one of the hardest bases to take. Naturally, as Terran, just taking any base is difficult. So yeah, he needs to be ready for the run bys from the Zerg. The upgrade's still on the way. I don't think he's got any Spire upgrades just yet. 2-2 for the Terran. Obviously, will be slightly early. Marines again denying this base, getting a couple of probes, couple of drones. Sorry, tank as well. 12 kills on this one, avenging his brother with 15. Like big force of moving down here as well. He's going to join together and fight. Get the tank, no. Siege, yeah. Drilling claws as well. Love this upgrade. Like, it's always nice to have a mixture of tanks and mines. Like, I can't stress that together we're stronger, you know, Terran. More mines and more tanks. You don't need a crazy amount of mines, but just leaving a mine next to a tank is such a good idea. Because tanks are like the most valuable unit in this army right now. If the tanks go, then he just has to pick up and run. So a couple of Widow Mines with drilling claws, why not? Why not? Can only help. Looking to try and put some pressure on this third base now. He hasn't been, you know, this is fresh up, not been mining a lot. The one up there was taken. So I think if Cure can kill this base, Ragnarok's in some deep shit. Like, he's in big trouble. And he's supply blocked as well. Oh, that's so rough. Tanks set up back here, very, very well played with the tank setup. Like, just reinforcements. This looks like GG. Mutas coming in, gonna have little to no effect against this Terran army. Yeah, Cure is just manhandling Ragnarok at this point. I think now we're gonna see the GG, and there is a solid 2-0 win from Dragon Phoenix Gaming's Cure.